What's up, guys? It's Trey here. We hit 1,000 views recently. I'm super hyped, and thank you guys so much. Um, let's keep it up. Make our next goal 5,000 total. Um, yeah. So here's the face cam. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hey guys, Trey here for some Binding of Isaac keeper tips. As you can see, I've got my webcam now, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. We hit 1,000 views on the channel. Now we're actually up to like 1,400. I'm super hyped about that. I'm sorry I hadn't been able to put a video out. I don't have internet where I live. Let's see. The video might be a little laggy because I am using my laptop to record this because I don't have access to my PC. And webcam resolution and situation will be getting better in the future. I just, like I said, I'm using my laptop so that I can record video, and the mic quality isn't as good as it normally would be. But without further ado, keeper tips. So as you can see, I've completed all my hard mode marks on keeper. The main idea of what I want to talk about is general tips for keeper, but most of these are going to require you unlocking wooden nickel. So tip number one is unlock wooden nickel as soon as possible. Literally as soon as you unlock keeper, beeline for Isaac and go kill him and unlock wooden nickel. Wooden nickel is going to give you a reusable health source, and it's going to give you a little bit of an edge on starting out, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So tip number two is use it as soon as you walk into a room. That way you have a health on the floor, and then you also get another charge. So that makes it so that you can use wooden nickel much more often. Tip number two is actually probably the most one of the most important things, because if you get in a room with keeper and you end up dying because you only have 2 health, and the only way to get more than 2 health is Greed's Gullet, and 2 health is a little bit different on keeper. There is no full heart damage and half heart damage. 1 hit is equal to 1 coin, and that's it. And whenever you pick up money as keeper, it does not go into your money total if you use it to restore heart. So be careful with thinking that you're going to be able to afford something in the shop when you really won't. Alright, so that's tip numbers 1 and 2. Tip number 3 is leave all of your money on the floor until you get done with the floor. That's important because if you get caught without a way to replenish your health as the keeper, you could be in trouble because, like I said before, you get 2 hits. And if you're down 1 of them and need to replenish your health and you can't, then that's a problem. Always check out your shops. Even though you might not be able to afford the first floor, check out your shops. It's going to help a lot. That's not necessarily a tip. That goes for pretty much any time you're playing any character on the Binding of Isaac. Yeah, I accidentally just picked that up. I didn't mean to. Next tip is get as close to your enemies as you can when you are shooting at them. I have a bad habit of using my wooden nickel in the room as soon as it recharges, but that's not a good idea. Don't do it. Get as close to the enemies that you're fighting as you can so that you can take advantage of keepers in a triple shot. Tip number 4 would be probably, I'd say, one of the more important things too. Keeper is very slow. He is 0.85 speed, which is, I think, on par with Magdalene. So any enemies that chase you like these, you want to get rid of them fast, because they will catch up with you if you're trying to deal with these stationary enemies. That's probably pretty important, especially whenever you get to places where you're going to be cornered, where you have spiders chasing you. You always want to deal with spiders first, no matter what character you're playing. But um, yeah, that's the next tip. I guess that'd be tip number 5. Like I said, leave the coins on the floor that you don't need, especially in rooms like this. Um, so that's important. Um, you can use your bombs for marked rocks if you really want to, but they're going to give you flies. Unless you get a golden chest or bombs or something, you're pretty much going to get flies from it. You could get small rock, which is insanely useful as keeper. Um, and the flies are useful too, don't get me wrong, but it's really nice to get small rock because then you can one-shot a lot of enemies from that. So as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and do the boss room for this, but then I'm going to reset because there's something um, that I did not yet talk about. The tip that I want to show you guys. Um, it deals with sacrifice rooms, and I know you guys already know where I'm going, but it's super important. Another thing, just want to show you guys, health up does nothing. Alright, restart. Alright, so I have not missing HUD, but the extra external item descriptions. I have that on so that I can show you guys something with the sacrifice rooms. So as you can see, sometimes you don't get quite as lucky with the wooden nickel as you'd like, but uh, it helps a lot of times. Um, check the shop, nothing that we want, and nothing we can afford either. So I'm hoping we'll get a sacrifice floor sooner rather than later. I'm probably going to have to edit out a lot of this because we're going to spend a lot of time looking for a sacrifice room. And yeah. So as you guys have probably already noticed, I may or may not have misnumbered the tip numbers that I have. Uh, I really don't know. Um, I'm going to go back and number them and put them up on the screen as I say them so that you guys can see them a little bit better, and that'll just be a little bit easier. But another tip, I guess we're up to either 7 or 8 now. Don't use pills as keeper. Just don't. It's a bad idea. Bad practice. So seeing as we don't have a whole lot of coins, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate. So as you can see on the first and second payouts, you get a 50% chance for 1 coin. The other thing doesn't really apply. So the first 2 sacrifices have a 50% chance to be free. Next sacrifice is a chance for increased angel room chance, which is useless on the first floor anyway. The 1 chest payout is where it starts to get important because if you get a chest that could give you more coins, that lets you sacrifice even further. But I'm just gonna, this was a pretty small floor, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it would normally go. But normally you'd have a way to, you'd have a lot more coins on the floor. So I'm going to give myself wooden nickels and just basically whatever. But this is the important part. So by now, uh, generally if you get teleported from a sacrifice room, especially if it's on the first floor, you will almost certainly get teleported to an angel room. That's the important part about this. This is, I believe, the 7th sacrifice, which is pretty. Normally, you wouldn't be able to do this on the first floor, but since you normally would full clear the first floor, you have the opportunity to do it as keeper because you're generating health every single room, pretty much 50% chance to generate health every single room, which is a coin. And if you're full clearing, you're going to find a lot of coins on the floor. Not to mention anything else you might find. But 33% chance to teleport to Angel or Devil Room. And then there's also the chance for a random chest. Now, I would almost always encourage opening this chest because it can contain more money. And then the next sacrifice room, you're only going to want to go to this sacrifice. This is the last sacrifice you want. and it is 33% chance for an angel room item and 67% chance for a soul heart. So you're either going to get flies or you're going to get an angel room item. Game doesn't want to work with me right now, but the next sacrifice is going to be troll bombs. And after that, you're going to have 100% chance of one of the angels showing up. I think it's the one with the white scarf or whatever it is. Not quite sure, but it's the easier one of the two. He will show up on the next sacrifice after the troll bombs. And then after that, there is a 100% chance for soul hearts, I believe, 7 soul hearts. See, I can go ahead and show you guys because uh, actually I'm probably not going to survive this, so you know, I'll just, yeah. Alright, gonna run and do this. Alright, so the one with the blue scarf shows up. 50% chance for 7 soul hearts, 50% chance for 30 coins. Obviously, I got the 7 soul hearts. So he either shoots his beam straight downward or diagonal. So if you stay to the sides of him, you're almost certainly going to be safe. You can get them to kill themselves on the spikes. So after the 50% chance for 7 soul hearts or 50% chance for 30 coins, the next sacrifice is going to 100% chance to spawn the Gabriel boss, which is the one with the red scarf. This gets you both the key pieces pretty early on, but personally, I don't feel comfortable with taking the angels on the first floor unless I'm just going to have a bunch of coins on the ground and kite them around the spikes and get them to walk into the spikes. After the Gabriel boss, there's after that, the only sacrifice reward you get is a chance to be teleported to the dark room no matter what. There's no sacrifices after that. You can sacrifice as much as you want, but the only reward you'll get is a chance to be teleported directly to the dark room. So that's really about all the tips I can give as keeper. Let's recap. 1 is unlock wooden nickel as soon as possible. 2 is use wooden nickel as soon as you walk into rooms. 3 is leave your coins on the ground until you either need them or you're done with the floor. 4 is to go ahead and kill all of the enemies by getting up as close to them as you can, shooting them, and then backing off a little bit until your shot's ready. Number 5, I'm going to add one in. Number 5 is don't miss shots because you have an exceptionally slow reloading time. Not reloading time, but tier delay. So it's going to take a while for you to get done, get ready for your next shot. Number 6 is you are very slow, so remember that in killing slow-moving chasers or any kind of chasing enemy. Number 7 is use those coins on the ground that you left for sacrifice rooms because you can get up to 2 angel room items on the first floor as keeper, and you could get none, but you could get 2, which is super useful. Number 8 is never use pills as keeper. Additional bonus tip, never use pills as any character, unless you're in a very, very bad spot. I'm talking half a heart, you want to use a pill, sure, because it can't kill you. Unless it's explosive diarrhea and you can't move away from it or something. But don't use a pill unless you're on half heart. Now, if you use a pill as keeper, you have a chance to get health down, which takes you down to 1 coin. This is obviously very bad because 1 hit kills you no matter what, and the only way to get that coin back is through getting a health item or a health up pill. The only way to go above 2 coins is using Greed's Gullet, which is obviously, if you're talking 1 out of how many items in the game that you could get, it's pretty low chance, and it can only be found in secret rooms. So there's obviously a pretty um, low chance of getting that. So just protect your coins as much as you can, and one of the biggest steps you can do that is not taking pills. Um, but the main tip that I have to offer anyone playing Keeper is be safe with your coins, and whenever you don't need them anymore, always use them in the sacrifice room. Two angel items are extremely powerful, obviously. Imagine if you got Godhead and Sacred Heart on the first floor. That'd be insane. But that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, so here's the comprehensive list of tips displayed on your screen now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And for once, you guys will see me in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed.